Well, the rebirth of the Ultimate Universe is upon us. We got our very first issue of Ultimate Invasion, so I thought we could take a couple minutes to dive into the comic, talk about some of the big events, and where I actually think the series is going. Well guys, we got our very first issue of Ultimate Invasion, and I have to say, I had a good time. Now, we don't do enough comic reviews on this channel, but I'm so excited about the return of the Ultimate Universe, I'm going to try to follow this series closely and bring you guys all the details. Now, this means we'll be talking some spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, well, you probably want to click away until you get that done. It was a pretty good comic, even though the first issue didn't dig too deep into the story. Everything is set up and all the pieces are in place, and it was a really good time. Now, the book itself is broke up into multiple chapters, giving us a nice flow to the story and segmenting it in a way that works pretty well. Now, the first chapter of the story involves the rescue of the Maker, the Reed Richards of 1610. He's currently being held in a detention facility run by Damage Control. And in typical supervillain, super intellect manner, he has a plan within a plan, and it's pretty gruesome. Now in the comic, Damage Control is assaulted by a group of mercenaries that the Maker has hired to break him out. After they attack the facility with high-tech weapons and reach the Maker's cell, the more disgusting part of his plan is fully revealed. Now, the Maker has been confined to this cell for quite a while, and he knows people will be looking for him here. So, in his plan, he basically sacrifices all the men that rescued him. He is an alternate universe Reed Richards with an incredible intellect, and through that intellect, he is able to take the bodies of all the mercenaries who just rescued him and basically smash them together into a human form that replicates him sitting in the cell and making it look like he's still there serving up his time. Now that closes out the first chapter of the book, taking us to the 616 Reed Richards along with Black Panther investigating the carnage at the facility. Now, they quickly realize that the Maker is still in his cell, but right before their eyes, he completely disintegrates, making it pretty clear to Reed that the Maker is no longer with him. Now, we immediately see the Maker in the Fantastic Four Tower. Actually, Reed's son thinks the Maker is his father, and this marks the beginning of a series of robberies and heists that the Maker does to gather materials in order to build his machine to return to the Ultimate Universe. This involves technology from Atlantis, from Wakanda, and even from Attilan, so we kind of get a grand tour of the Marvel Universe with the Maker. Now, one of the most curious parts of the whole book is before the Maker activates his machine, he seeks out the other surviving person from the 1610 universe, and that would be Miles Morales. Now, this isn't a fight, he just simply offers Miles the chance to return to his universe. And interestingly enough, Miles says, "Nah, I'm good," choosing to remain in the 616 universe. Now, once the Maker completes his machine, he's confronted by the Illuminati, led by Reed Richards. But this is the kickoff story, so they are unable to stop him from passing through the portal and returning to his old universe. Now, this is where the comic gets interesting as it closes out in its final chapter, because we immediately jump to a very familiar scene. We see a young Peter Parker at a science fair, looking at a machine where we see a spider. Now, this is clearly Spider-Man's origin, and for those looking forward to the rebirth of the Ultimate Universe, it seemed like that phase was about to kick off once again. But as the spider lands on Peter, it's actually smashed by the Maker, who puts the spider in a jar, saving Peter Parker, but diverging the original storyline from the creation of Spider-Man. Now, this is how the issue closes out, so it's pretty unclear to me where they're going here, but obviously the Maker is trying to pick and choose his new universe and build it with the pieces that he wants to be there. I think the book itself was a ton of fun, and they did a great job setting up all these possibilities. The Maker is one of the scariest villains in the Marvel Universe, having the intellect of Reed Richards turned on its dark head. Now, we're going to follow this pretty closely, and I look forward to the second issue of Ultimate Invasion. I'm really hopeful that Ultimate Universe does come back to life in a very recognizable way, but it seems like the Maker might have other plans. We'll have to wait and see.